about the health, normally a person is said to be healthy if he or she is not suffering from any disease. When a person can work hard, interact well with people, enjoy the all other about the things, and can adapt to the changes and stresses of life, then he or she is in good health. So students, the first, what is meant by health? Health is defined as a state of complete physical, mental and social well-being, and not merely an absence of disease or infirmity. So students, this is the definition of the health. And physical health and mental health are interrelated with each other. A sound mind in a sound body is an old and appropriate saying for good health. Always keep in mind, good health is very important for us. Opposite to the health, what is meant by disease? Disease is a departure from normal health through structural or functional disorders of the body. This is called as a disease. Diseases are categorized into main two types. So the first one is the communicable diseases or infectious diseases. These communicable diseases are spread from an infected person to a healthy person. These diseases are caused by the germs, and that germs are called as a pathogens. When pathogens reach a healthy person through certain agencies like insect bite, then contaminated food or water, so they are getting the entry through in this way, and after that he or she is infected with disease. So in that way the communicable diseases are spreading. Some example of communicable diseases: typhoid, cholera, malaria. These are the communicable diseases. These are also called as a infectious diseases. The second type is the non-communicable disease, or it is also called as a non-infectious diseases. Therefore, these diseases cannot be spread by the pathogens from one person to another person. So, these diseases may cause due to the abnormal function of our body. So any in-order function of our body organ is there, that time these diseases are caused. So example of the non-communicable diseases or the infectious diseases are the diabetes mellitus, heart attack. These are some examples. So students, these are the categories of the diseases. Two categories: communicable and non-communicable diseases. Now students, we will learn in brief about the communicable diseases. These diseases are spread from an infected person to healthy person. These diseases are caused due to the microorganisms or such as viruses, bacteria, fungi, worms and protozoa. The diseases causing germs are called as a pathogens. And students, we get such infection through air, water, food, physical contact, cuts, sexual contact. So the healthy person get affected when the person is coming in the contact of that patient. The spread of the communicable diseases are also going on with the help of the mosquitoes. Then house flies, they are also spreading the diseases. And the spread of the communicable diseases are going on from patient to healthy person like that way. So to continue their race, the pathogens try to come out of the body of an infected person and reach out to more hosts for their survival. These pathogens transfer from a patient to healthy person generally the following ways. The two ways are there. The first way is the direct contact and second one is the indirect contact. Some diseases, measles, chickenpox and fungal infections are spread through direct contact with an infected person. Second one is the indirect method. This indirect method includes the following are the constituent. The indirect method containing the first one, touching and sharing atoms used by the infected person. The use of same towel, handkerchief or same bed or sharing the same utensils which were handled by the patient may spread the disease to a healthy person. Second one, contaminated food and water or drink. Many intestinal diseases are spread by the intake of vegetables and fruits that are not washed properly. So students, always remember, when we are eating the fruits, then cutting of the vegetable, so that time first we have to wash the vegetables and fruits. If we want to wash that vegetables and fruits, so we have to use the fresh water. The germs on the infected vegetables and fruits on reaching our alimentary canal and multiply their number and cause the disease. The third one, vectors. Vectors are those organisms, for example, houseflies, mosquitoes. These are carrying germs from a source of infection, but themselves do not get the infection. For example, mosquitoes while feeding on the blood of a malaria patient gain the germs in their bodies and get them transferred in the bloodstream of a healthy person whom they bite. Houseflies carry germs from garbage or sewage and deposit them on food. A person will get the disease if he or she eats such contaminated food. So dear students, we have to always that food only which we are keeping in the keep utensils, and always we have to cover with the lid. So that food only we have to eat. The next one is the droplet infection. Many viral and bacterial diseases of the respiratory tract are transmitted through droplets. The germs of tuberculosis pass into the air during sneezing or coughing of the patient. These fine droplets remain suspended in the air for quite some time. If the healthy person gets the infection by inhaling the same air containing these suspended droplets, tuberculosis, common cold, measles, diphtheria. So the students, the communicable diseases are spreading with the help of that two ways, the direct contact or the indirect method. Now students, we are going to start some examples of the communicable diseases. These infectious diseases are spreading with the help of the direct contact and indirect method. Now the next topic of this lesson is the diseases caused by viruses. Which are the diseases are there? They are causing by viruses. The first one is the influenza. Influenza is a common disease, and the symptoms of this influenza disease are cold, fever and chill. And students, this influenza disease is spread through the droplet infection. If you will come in the contact of the patient, so that time when the person is talking, that time droplets are coming. If that person is sneezing, coughing, the droplets are coming and it mix into the air. And if that same air, if you will inhale, so the influenza disease can be spreading with the help of the droplet infection. The second disease caused by the virus is the measles. Measles is a highly contagious viral infection of the respiratory system, and usually of the children, the spread of this disease by the contact one child to another child. Its symptoms are the nasal discharge, then redness of the eyes, coughing, fever and the eruption of the red papules. These are the symptoms of the measles. And students, the next viral disease is the AIDS. What is the full form of the AIDS? acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. And this AIDS disease is caused by the HIV virus. What is the full form of this HIV virus? Human immunodeficiency virus. And students, this AIDS disease weakens the immunity or the self-defense mechanism. So, this AIDS weakens the immunity or the self-defense mechanism of human body. And the AIDS makes the infected person prone to many other diseases. What is the meaning of that prone to many diseases? So, it increases the chances of the other diseases also, because it attacks directly on our immune system. If our immune system is not strong, other diseases are getting the chance to raise in our body. And students, this AIDS disease is spread due to the sexual contact. It is transmitted by the blood transfusion. It is also spread by the infected syringes, infected needles. Then child also may get this AIDS disease through the blood of infected mother during the pregnancy and the breastfeeding. Diseases caused by vectors. And the first one is the malaria. Malaria is caused by a protozoan that is called as a plasmodium, which enters the human body through the bite of a female Anopheles mosquito. It shows the symptoms of chills and intermittent high fever. The prevention of malaria can be done by the protection against mosquito bites, anti-malarial drugs. Second one is the disease caused by vector is the dengue. Dengue is a mosquito-borne disease which is caused by dengue virus. It is spread by mosquito that is called as a Aedes aegypti. And the symptoms are typically begin 3 to 14 days after the infection. These may include the high fever, headache, muscle and joint pains, and characteristic skin rashes. In extreme cases, it can lead to excessive bleeding. That is we called as a hemorrhaging, and due to this serious condition, sometimes death may occur. Dengue can be prevented by the use of mosquito repellents, then ensuring that there is no stagnant water to act as a breeding ground in or around the homes. The third disease caused by vector is the chikungunya. This is also a mosquito-borne disease which is caused by virus which is spread by the bite of the Aedes mosquito. The virus in this case is different from the dengue virus. The symptoms occur 2 to 12 days after exposure and include fever, joint pain, muscle pain, headache, etc. Most people feel better within a week following the treatment. However, sometimes the joint pain may last for months. The preventive measures include mosquito control and avoidance of going in areas where the disease is common. So communicable diseases are there. We have to not go in the crowded spaces. Whatever the crowded places are there, so we have to avoid when communicable disease is going on. So whatever the crowded places are there, students, we have to avoid that crowded places, because of this infectious diseases can be spreading with the help of that only some agencies or insect bite or the contaminated food. So they are getting the entry from patient to the healthy person. One table is there, communicable diseases, that is the viral diseases. And here this table is given the name of disease, then causative agent, then symptoms and prevention and treatment. First one is the influenza. Causative agent is the virus. Symptoms are the cold, fever and chills. Prevention or treatment is that rest and isolation of the patient. Second one is the measles. Causative agent is virus. Symptoms are the nasal discharge, red watery eyes, fever, eruption of papules on the skin, and the prevention or treatment is the vaccine. Third one is the malaria. That protozoan we called as a plasmodium, which is transmitted by the bite of a female Anopheles mosquito. And symptoms, intermittent high fever, which is followed with profuse sweating, headache and violent shivering. The prevention is that breeding of mosquito, first we have to prevent that. Avoid being bitten by mosquitoes by wearing clothes that fully cover our body, that we have to wear. Fourth one is the dengue. Causative agent is the virus which is spread through the bite of the Aedes mosquito. Symptoms are fever, headache, muscle and joint pain and skin rash. Prevention, we have to prevent the breeding of mosquitoes. Do not allow waters to stagnate in or around our homes. Use of mosquito repellents. Fifth one is the chikungunya virus. It is also spread by virus. That is the bite of the Aedes mosquito. And the symptoms are the fever, headache and acute pain in the joint. And the prevention, we have to prevent the breeding of mosquitoes and avoid getting bitten by them. Use mosquito repellents. Sixth one is the AIDS, that is acquired immunodeficiency syndrome, which is causative agent is the HIV virus. Symptoms are the loss of weight, body's normal defense against infection breaks down. So prevention, avoid sexual contact with infected person. Always use disposable syringes. So students, here we completed our part first from the lesson diseases and first aid. Thank you.